Hello and welcome back to Clownfish TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkles, and I'm by myself for this video because Kneon is elsewhere. Now this video is going to be more for those of you who are like me who like K-drama. We're going to look at some of the different K-dramas I've watched in the past couple months and what I thought of them. Now I know there's a lot of really good ones that are out there. A lot of them I've already seen. I'm just not talking about them in this video. There's a lot of really good ones coming out that may be starting to come out now and I haven't got that far. I'm just talking about some ones that I've watched in the last couple months that I can recommend or not recommend to you depending on what I thought of it. So we're going to start off with I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ones that I saw that I want to mention. Before I get into any further, please like and subscribe. I will give you a woohoo, and we're going to talk about it. So the first one up is the one everybody was kind of like talking about. It was Chicken Nugget. It's on Netflix. The entire show dropped on Friday the 15th of March. It's all there. I have not seen the last 2 episodes of it yet. I've seen most of it. I'm waiting for Pinky Boo to watch the rest of it. It has moments of being a good show. It's very, I think someone said surreal, and I would say that's the best way to describe it. It doesn't make sense sometimes. It's very, very odd. It's not necessarily bad. Like they're getting a 4.8 out of 10. I honestly don't know what to think about it, to be honest. So what happens is basically the premise is nothing that the trailer didn't give away. A girl steps into a cabinet, and I guess apparently the last thing you see is what you turn into. And the one guy dropped a chicken nugget, and she said chicken nugget, and she turned into a chicken nugget. And now they're trying to turn her back into a human because she's a chicken nugget. And it leads down this whole story of like from the past and why there's these 2 machines and this family history. And it's really weird. I don't know how else to explain it. That it's so weird. A TV show about a woman who turns into a chicken nugget. Surreal, okay, comedy, chicken nugget. It's not bad, but I'll tell you what, it definitely could have been way less than 10 episodes. That's something I was talking about with my daughter, Pinky Boo. We were watching it. And we're like, this is a funny premise, but they drag it on far too long. If it was like 5 episodes even, you could probably get away with 6. Now, each episode's only like 30 some minutes long, so they're shorter than normal episodes of K-drama shows. But they could have done it in probably half the episodes. It seems like a lot of filler, and it's very confusing, but it's not terrible. I don't know. I don't even know what I'd rate it, to be honest. I can't even wrap my head around the whole idea of it. I still am trying to figure out what I think of it. However, because of this show, I went and learned how to say some different swear words in Korean. So there's that. Anyway, yeah. So if you want to kill like some time and you want to stump yourself on whether or not you understand what's going on and if it's a good or bad show, you can watch Chicken Nugget on Netflix. Still haven't finished it yet, but so far it's part of a good show and it seems like quite a bit of filler. But it's funny sometimes. Anyway, that's the first one we're going to talk about because I had higher hopes for it than what it became. One that's really good though. It was Perfect Marriage Revenge. I think this show was, they're based on like webtoons, web novels. A lot of them are. I know Chicken Nugget was. This one was. So Perfect Marriage Revenge, it was actually from the end of it was last year. I didn't watch it till recently though. And it was pretty good. It's like one of those time jumping shows. This one and the next one we're going to talk about are time jumping shows. And basically, they're both very similar. It was to Marry My Husband, similar to Marry My Husband, because like in the beginning, the first episodes are difficult to watch because you're watching all the abuse. The main characters end up, deceased in the first episode, and then they're sent back in time to fix the situation or to have a second chance to not be a doormat and be treated like crap. It's a toss-up on either one of those about which one gets treated the worst because they both were treated very badly. Honestly, I think both of them are killed unfairly. They're both very similar, but they're both very, very good. I like this one quite a bit because, I think Sung Hoon is really cute. So I'm like, yeah, I'm there. It was a cute movie. I think it was good. I think Marry My Husband was as good. I'm trying to think of which one I think is better. I think they're both about the same depending for different reasons. I think the ending on Marry My Husband felt rushed. But Perfect Marriage Revenge was pretty good. Marry My Husband's the other one. It's more recent. It's another webtoon turned K-drama. My daughter actually read the webtoon. It's very different than the webtoon. I will tell you that much, because when we were watching it, my daughter's like, no, this is way different. But it's also very good. Same situation where somebody is unfairly treated, unfairly dies, and then goes back in time to undo the problems. Where Perfect Marriage Revenge, you got sent back a year. Marry My Husband, I think, was 10 years. And I don't know. It was good. But like in both these shows, I think there's parts that drag, because I think with K-drama, it's like sometimes they add stuff just to put more episodes in. But I would recommend both of them. They're both very good. If you like the time jumping, romantic comedy, romantic story type shows with drama and some intrigue, these ones would be good fits for you. Perfect Marriage Revenge, Marry My Husband. The one I'm watching right now, which I haven't finished, is Queen of Divorce. And it's another story about somebody being mistreated terribly, but there's not really a time jump in the past. More like, it starts out 2 years in the past, and then you count to present time to see how she ended up where she is. And it's actually pretty good. I haven't seen the whole thing. I'm watching it now. It's very, very good. And the fact that it's another case where someone's mistreated horribly and you're watching them get revenge. So these are all revenge type shows. But they also are helping people along the way. So they run an agency that helps people get divorced or stay together, depending on the situation. And meanwhile, her, ex-husband's like dirty as hell and trying to kill people. So it's a really good show, what I've seen so far. You might want to check that one out. My Demon, that was another one that I watched. These are all ones I've watched in the last couple months or so, since January. This is another good one. This one is about a man who was human. Now he's basically Satan. And he goes around liking his life. He gets to do all this stuff. He gets to punish people, make deals with them, that kind of stuff. And then he meets this other girl who actually is also in Chicken Nugget. Kim Yoo-jung is also in Chicken Nugget. So he meets her, and then he starts to learn what it's like to be human. And then he accidentally transfers his powers to her. So he uses powers if he's around her. It's this whole thing. It's actually pretty good. I liked it quite a bit. And of course, there's an intrigue story. There's a mystery with it. Like, they all have these mysteries associated. And that's what's going on with this one as well. It's also a fun watch. You can catch that on Netflix. I guess I should have told you where to find this. Queen of Divorce is on Roku. It's also on Viki. Marry My Husband is on Amazon Prime. Perfect Marriage Revenge is on Viki. Chicken Nugget is Netflix. Another one I watched that was pretty good was this Welcome to Samdal-ri. And it's very different. Like, these are very different kinds of shows. This one is about a person who's wrongly accused. She's spent a lot of time working to become a photographer. She's a big deal. She made it this far, and she is wrongfully accused. And like we see on social media all the time, someone makes an accusation, and people don't, journalists especially, take the time to find out if it's true. And they run with it. And then it kind of ruins her life, and she has to go home where her ex-boyfriend is. And it's this whole situation there where she goes home and has to build her career and find out who she is and try to become a photographer again, but maybe not the same way she did before. Like, what matters to her? What does she want to do? A lot of family drama associated with it as well. So that's that one. That is also good. It's on Netflix. Destined with You. I think I mentioned this last time because I haven't done one of these in a while. This one is also on Netflix. It was pretty good. It was like this guy here, he's kind of cursed with some kind of family. It's like a family curse that goes down through the generations, and they don't live very long. And it ends up being tied to this other girl. And they have to break the curse and figure out what they have to do to stop it. And there's different things that go on, and it's like another case where there's a mystery, like someone's trying to hurt them and who's doing it, and how they're gonna break this curse. And it's another romantic comedy type thing, but like with an edgy mystery story. That one you can watch too. And this one's completely removed from the other ones. And this is the Gyeongsong Creature. I'm probably saying that wrong, and I'm sorry if I am. This is more of a horror show, and it was very, very interesting. It's on Netflix. It's definitely violent, so you don't want to watch it if you have problems with violence. Chicken Nugget can be violent too from times, just so you know. This one was interesting because it's like taking place and during the time where the Japanese were, you know, taking over Korea before it was Korea. And they're talking about what happened, what's going on there. And there's like this scientist who's been doing experiments on the people, the Korean people, and they turn this one person into a creature, and they're trying to recreate this creature and make more of them as a weapon. And they have to stop it. They have to destroy the facility and also stop the Japanese invaders type situation. So it's very good, very violent. If you're not into violent shows, you don't want to watch this. Is it my favorite? No. Of these ones, I think my favorite one would probably be Perfect Marriage Revenge, or I would say I like Queen of Divorce quite a bit, or Marry My Husband. Those ones are, I think, ones I would recommend the most. But if you like, intrigue, thriller, violent type horror-esque shows, this one I recommend. I recommend this one to my son because it sounds like something he'd like. So anyway, there's just a few different K-dramas I've watched recently that I'm sharing with you. There's a lot more I want to see. I've covered some before in the past. You can go check out those videos. I've been watching them for years, so a lot of the older ones I have seen, because a lot of people like want to, suggest ones to me, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen those. But if you have any new ones that are coming out this year that I haven't seen that you think are good, please let me know in the comments. And happy watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.